Trey Mitchell here at Flex Gym in Lumberton, Texas. We're doing log presses today. Gonna start off with strict presses on this 10-inch log that I made back when I was a young teenager. My very first log. Used it for maybe 7-8 years, I think, before I finally got a professional one. But we're going to start off on this log. Going to use it warm up, do strict presses, sets of 5, maybe 3 or 4 sets, and move on to the big log that's made by Mike Bartos over there. Is 327 pounds empty. So yeah, you can't really start off with the big 12.5-inch log that weighs that much empty. So we're going to warm up on this one with strict pressing, then move on to that one. Going to do strict pressing for a couple of sets, try and get used to the weight of that, and then going to do practice some push presses, maybe pause in the bottom, like going to pause that right here and then work on the leg drive to more fluid into the pressing. It's called a shoulder rock. It's for shoulder mobility and strength. Just taking you through like the full range of motion of your shoulder joint and warming up even all those little muscles, trying to pull it back in and control the weight.
How heavy is it? How many kind of reps do you do with that?
I got 25 a pound on this thing right now, and I'll do 3 or 4 sets of 6 reps. Nothing too crazy, but since it's on the heavier end. Like normally you'll have like a 10 or 2 10s on here, like at the heaviest, but like I just kind of got used to that, and it's like, okay, I'll go add a little bit heavier weight, but do sets of 6, warm up each shoulder going both ways, kind of put more emphasis on the right and my left, just
Can you really feel your shoulders opening up while you're doing it?
Yeah, I definitely can feel looser after doing this more. Yeah.
Does it have an element of activation there as well because of the weight?
Mm-hmm. Like you activating your rotator cuffs and like all the other shoulder muscles.
Sweet. Like
your lats and like serratus muscles here on the side. You help pull in,
Yeah.
I use it on every one upper body day, I got 2 pressing days, so I use it during warm-ups on both days. This log is weighed 140 pounds empty, with the 25s on there is 190. I usually, for warm-ups, I'll do 2 sets at each weight and 3 more warm-up sets before I hit my working strict press on this log.
Yeah.
With gonna do 290s today.
Yeah.
This is 240. Wait, just do another set of 3. Be last warm up before I do the working weight for the strict log press on the little log.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about that shoulder rock. Before I got that, if I do too much volume for my shoulder or bicep, I'll get inflammation from the bicep tendon in the shoulder, and doing that warms up the shoulders and everything around it. I haven't really had that trouble as often. So
Right, okay.
I feel like that
How
shoulder
long
rock.
have you been doing that for?
How long have I had that? At least since 2018, I've had that and been using it. I'm pretty sure. Feeling good, just getting used to it.
What weight was that?
290.
What's next? Another set of this, or?
Yeah, gonna do more sets of this. This is gonna be the working weight today for this implement. What I've been doing since I got that, I warm up and do a bunch of sets of strict pressing with the light log, build that static strength, and then move over to this 12.5-inch log. That's more difficult to press and handle. Get used to that awkwardness, and you build up that stability of having that big weight in front of you. A little motivation. A little motivation before my set. Those pause dips on the push press, you're practicing the leg drive for when you get to heavier weights, so you can really utilize the drive from the legs. Sometimes, like, I have trouble with it, like using this log, utilizing, like, trying to kinetically use the legs, like, more fluently. Like, I'll have trouble every once in a while. I'm going to do some more strict pressing on the big log. Sets of 2 to 3 strict pressing. I'm going to do a combination set. 2 strict pressing followed by 3 reps of pause, dip pauses. Like, you dip down, pause, and then fire up with a push press to work on the leg drive, getting used to the awkwardness of this bigger log. The weight on this log right now is 347 pounds. Yeah. So nice little strict pressing. Yeah, 5 reps, 2 reps strict press, 3 reps pause push press. I'm gonna give you 5 tips for improving your log press. 1, you gotta have strong triceps. Do isolation movements like dips, skull crushers, cable push downs. You gotta increase those tricep strengths to have a strong overhead pressing. 2, you gotta have a strong upper back to be able to support, like, the log on your chest. You know, if you have a weak upper back, you're just gonna fold forward on whenever you try and press the log. You gotta do, like, bend over rows, pull-ups, and other isolation upper back movements. 2, like, you gotta have a strong clean. You should be able to clean all the weight you're going to press. Every log you're going to be able to press. So practice the clean, have a strong clean. You got to have the strong rotator cuffs. You do like face pulls, rear delt raises. That'll help keep your shoulders healthy for pressing, and going to build up muscle for the support of the log. And number 5, you got to have a little technique tips, like keep your elbows up high when you have the log on your chest. If you have them too low, like when you go to pressing, it's just gonna fall forward and you won't be able to press the log. You got to keep your elbows up high, back tight, that with the strong upper back. Like foot position, you just have them under your hips or to a little bit wider, just like. You don't want them maybe shoulder width at the most. If it's too wide, you won't be able to put any leg drive upwards. It's all just going to be you're not going to be able to dip down enough to have the leg drive going upwards. It's just going to go towards inward to your hips instead of up through the log, through your entire body. Obviously, you want to keep your head back, chin up to where the log will be out of the way. If you have your head here, whenever you clean, you're just gonna knock yourself out with the log hitting your chin. So you want to keep your head up and back to where you have space to keep the log and for it to go up, go somewhere whenever you press. If it's gonna go forward, you're not gonna have enough space in the rack position, and you're just gonna hit yourself whenever you press the log. Second accessory for the log press is the high incline close grip press. Like that will hit a lot more triceps, and it's more similar than like a close grip bench. Like you're having it at an incline, when you're having log press, you're gonna be almost at an incline. Some guys, they like to lean far back, but you want to just lean a little bit back, more similar to a log press. So you just have it at it. High incline, hit those close grip to hit the triceps, strong overhead press. The bench block on here is more saving my elbows. Like if I've done it in the past, close grip incline, and I put a lot of stress on the shoulders, having, big arms, big chest, you're a little bit tighter. So when you're out here, it kind of puts more stress on the elbows. I've always had problems when I've done that, but having this pad helps save the elbows so you're not destroying them. We're gonna sets of 5. Sets of 5 for, a couple of sets, a couple of reps. I go by instincts most of the time.
Yeah.
So,
what weight do you feel like is this going to be your top set weight-wise?
Yeah,
or top weight? Or are you going to go heavier?
No, last week I went heavier. Like I went up to 360 for a couple of triples. So this week I want to get more volume in. So gonna stick at this weight.
Which is
365. No, not 365. This weight is 335. Gonna stay at this weight for a couple of more sets. Get more volume in. Nice. Couple of pauses. That's good. So you won't have to
convenient.
travel too
Yeah. What kind of rep range do you like training face pulls with?
Face pulls 10 to 15 reps. Yeah. Higher reps. You can't go really heavy on face pulls unless you got like some sort of setup to where you can like hold your body back, because it wants to pull you forward on every lift. So like higher reps, works those little muscles a little better.
How many sets are we doing of this?
4 to 5 sets. Higher sets and rep range, more volume for the upper back. You want like more volume for your upper back to help pull you back and better posture, because if you do so much pressing, it's going to pull you forward. Bad posture, bad shoulders, going to hurt something. Like I found out like really early on too, like if I forget to do like my rear delts, like my shoulders start hurting because they're pulling forward.
Yeah.
So I would always have to remember to do like rear delt flies, and like maybe 5 years ago or so, I found out about face pulls or whatever. So added those in, rear delts, you do shoulder like Y raises, and other like W raises, just to work the rear delt, like that entire shoulder girdle, the back, to rotate the cuffs and all that stuff to help build that shoulder stability. Because like in football, like when I was in high school football, like I tore my labrum right here, and I couldn't do any lifting for like a month or two, and had to do just rotator cuff exercises. Wasn't going to get surgery on all the stupid surgeons around here. Like had to do shoulder rotations, and get the stability. And like I didn't lift whatsoever for like 3 or 4 weeks. Came back and I was benching like 20 pounds heavier. So it's like build up those little muscles to support your shoulder, and all those big muscles. You'll be able to lift more.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. We did 5 sets of like 12 to 15 reps on the face pulls. Now we're doing the skull crushers. Going to do 4 sets of 12. Going to switch it up. Got the easy bar curl bar. Going to do wide and also in close.
Is that in the same set, or are you doing?
Every other set.
What are we doing now?
Chest supported rear delt flies. to work those rear delts, upper trap, rhomboids, get that strong upper back, protect the shoulder girdle.
Yeah. What kind of weight are we working with here? How many sets, reps?
Which ones are these? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. These are 25s. 25-pound dumbbells for 3 to 4 sets of 12.
Yeah.
More volume. That was my shoulder press day, log. My first shoulder press day of the week. That was my log press day on Tuesday. Thank you for joining me.